Hello, and thank you for joining us to learn more about the updates to the AP Language and Culture course and exam. Have you heard that there will be changes to the exam for next year, but aren't really sure what that means for you and your students? If so, you are in the right place. In the next few minutes, we will learn a bit about the changes to the AP Language and Culture course and exam from College Board, effective for the 2026-2027 school year. We will also explore how APunta al futuro, a new program from Wayside Publishing, prepares students and teachers for these changes. These revisions impact the French, German, Italian, Spanish, Chinese, and Japanese language and culture courses and exams for the year 2026-2027. There have been a few changes to the overall course. The course themes and related contexts have changed. The course skills have been streamlined to focus on 3 skill categories, and the course project, an element of the free response section of the exam, includes tasks to complete throughout the school year. Starting in January, teachers and students will be able to access the topic and source materials that will be used to prepare students for the exam. Now for changes to the exam. Perhaps the biggest change to come out of these revisions is the addition of the course project to the course and exam. This also means that portions of the current exam will be removed next year. We will discuss the exam and project in more detail in a moment. The way that the exam is administered will change. Students will use the Blue Book digital testing application to complete all sections of the exam. The exam will start with a free response section. This includes the project presentation, project Q&A, and the argumentative essay. The multiple choice section of the exam is shorter than in the past, with a few less questions. The scoring will adjust to allow for the course project component and the pieces that have been removed. Let's explore these changes in more detail. Course themes and contexts have been updated. There are still 6 themes, some of which have changed in the new framework. In the previous framework, within each theme, there were 6 recommended contexts. Now the number of contexts varies based on the theme. Previously, there were 8 skill categories. The course skills have changed so that there are now 3 skill categories: interpretive communication, interpersonal and presentational communication, and cultural understanding. The format of the new exam is different than in the past. Previously, the exam started with 2 multiple choice sections and then moved on to 4 tasks in the free response section. In the new exam, students will start with the free response questions. First, students will present their project. Then, students will answer questions about their project. Finally, students will complete the argumentative essay. In the multiple choice section, which is slightly shorter than before, students will first complete listening tasks and then reading. With the new exam, the total time for all sections is a little shorter. The free response portion will see the biggest change in content. The exam weighting is still 50% for this portion, 20% for the project presentation, 15% for the project Q&A, and 15% for the argumentative essay. The total time allotted for this section is 65 to 70 minutes. The other 50% of the exam score comes from the multiple choice questions. This section is allotted 80 minutes with 55 multiple choice questions presented in 11 multiple choice question sets. Each set includes 5 questions and 1 or 2 audio or written texts. The listening portion contains 5 different task types with multiple choice question sets for each. The reading portion contains 4 different task types with 6 question sets. The course project guides students to think critically, explore a topic using inquiry-based learning, and apply language skills for a purpose. Students will research, create, and deliver a presentation in the target language based on a cultural topic provided by College Board. The goal is for students to demonstrate their understanding of a target region or community's cultural products, practices, and perspectives. A general description of the project and 6 to 8 source materials will be available on AP Digital Portfolio in January. Between January and April, students research and prepare for their presentation using source materials in the target language. Students also prepare for the Q&A, where they will discuss their findings and incorporate their cultural perspectives. On exam day, students will present their project and verbally answer questions about it. The project manual in the course and exam description document includes a detailed breakdown of the project, its components, scoring criteria, and suggestions for implementing preparation during class. The AP Language and Culture course and exam description gives suggestions to prepare for the course project over the course of 15 class periods. There are 4 phases outlined in this project plan. In Phase 1, students investigate the prompt provided by College Board as well as the 6 to 8 source materials. They identify possible target regions or communities to study and complete the initial written reflection. In Phase 2, students finalize their selection of the target region or community to study. They create a research action plan, do research, and develop cultural understanding of products, practices, and perspectives relating to the project prompt. In Phase 3, students developed an oral presentation based on the findings from their research and based on the project prompt that was provided in January. They practice their presentation and receive feedback. In Phase 4, students anticipate questions that may be asked in the Q&A portion of the exam. They practice answers that would demonstrate cultural understanding. Refer to the course and exam description document for detailed suggestions for incorporating these phases into lessons. A project manual is included in the appendix of the CEDs to help teachers understand the required project components and facilitate students' preparation for and completion of the course project. Now that we know how the AP Spanish and Language course and exam are changing, can your teaching materials meet the task? Wayside Publishing has you covered. APunta al futuro is a brand new program created specifically for the 2027 AP Spanish Language and Culture course and exam. This program is built to support teachers and students through these changes and prepare them for the future of AP. Included with this program are the student and teacher editions of the textbook, available both in print and digitally. The student practice workbook is also available in print and online. Learning Site is our easy-to-use online platform that contains all the materials and resources for students and teachers. Use Learning Site to quickly find and assign digital activities, assessments, AP-related practice, and more. Nualang is the safe space for individualized student practice. Here, students practice new language at their own pace, participate in conversations with the option of chatting with AI chatbots, and receive immediate feedback on all responses. APunta al futuro follows the updated course framework with units that match the revised themes and include all contexts, ensuring full alignment from the very beginning. Each unit, which corresponds to a course theme, is then divided into sections that align with the AP framework contexts. You will notice that each context within the unit includes vocabulary, authentic resources with activities, a grammatical concept, and an evaluación formativa, or formative assessment. Everything included with each unit provides ample target language input and practice to lead students to success. 3 of the 6 units offer unit projects to prepare students for the new project exam component. In this unit project, students develop and investigate a research question inspired by their analysis of the project sources. This project may be developed over the course of the unit or could be completed in a shorter time period. Each step of the project is designed to prepare students with the skills they need for success on the course project element of the AP exam, mimicking the 4 phases of the course project. 3 units of APunta al futuro include practice argumentative essays, each focusing on a different part of the essay, like writing a thesis, conclusion, or using transition words. The teacher edition includes helpful tips for teaching the argumentative essay to students and several authentic resources to give them a real assessment experience. Each page spread in the teacher edition offers a teaching note about developing AP skills. These suggestions correspond to the updated skill categories from the AP course and exam description and help to prepare the teacher to best support students in AP success. Each unit of APunta al futuro features a variety of authentic resources from around the Spanish-speaking world. Carefully selected, real-world texts and media provide many opportunities for students to interact with these resources and build interpretive skills. Each resource includes activities to prepare students before engaging with the text or media, and then AP-style multiple-choice questions after students access the resource, truly preparing students for the multiple-choice question section of the exam. These frequent interactions with authentic resources from across the Spanish-speaking world help students to build their understanding of the 3 Ps: products, practices, and perspectives of the target cultures. These tasks support students in making connections within and across cultures so that they can demonstrate their ability of the cultural understanding skill category. Each contexto includes a gramática section that reviews grammar appropriate for this level. Grammar is presented with practice available in the textbook and workbook. This can be completed online in Learning Site or on paper. Grammar practice asks students to use the structure in a context so that they are able to communicate using real-world language while using these structures. The contexto vocabulary comes from the authentic resources featured in each contexto. The new words and phrases are presented in context in the introduction, followed by a list with target language definitions. Vocabulary practice activities help students use their newly acquired language to communicate in Spanish. By front-loading this vocabulary that students will encounter in the authentic resources, students are more prepared to tackle the audio, video, and print media from the target cultures. Along with the textbook and learning site, the APunta al futuro workbook, available both digitally and in print, provides additional practice for students. The student workbook prepares students for exam success by providing additional scaffolded practice with the vocabulary and structures of each unit, as well as targeted AP Spanish language and culture exam practice that mirrors exactly what students will be expected to do on the exam. Nualang is the safe space for individualized student practice, offering listening, speaking, and AI-enhanced conversation practice, helping students strengthen their skills in a supportive, low-stress environment. Every AI feature or service is reviewed against the EdSafe AI SAFE framework, ensuring fairness, efficacy, and security. These features can be enabled or disabled, keeping the teacher in full control. We are your partners on the path to proficiency. When you adopt with Wayside Publishing, we provide comprehensive training of the textbook, learning site, Nualang, and can provide more training with best practices, ensuring that all educators feel confident teaching with our programs. To learn more about APunta al futuro and to request a digital sample, access the link in the description for this video. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hearing from you.